Show me your love, big sir. Small amounts of dosages. Give me your love, girl. How does love speak? Faint to flush. Tell the tale, chief. Succeeding for the life of the quiver yourself for the no stardust. There are so many lines that I can think of. I think it all. I wish that you grow up vivid enough for the beat. Language is without words. Don't ask me about your love language. It was a fame for the flush, to upon that for the tail cheek for the quiver. How does love speak for the uneven, for the heart throb, and the freak for the boundary, bounding, standing still, aching. Wild new emotions like strange, this to be the making. The long for the lonely channels, disturbing for the course to still be down. Dawn enough for the beat down, dawn for the swift force. How does love speak? And avoidance for the what you can seek, setting for the love, be that language. Show me your love, baby. Small amounts of dosages. Give me your love, girl. How does love speak? Faint to flush. Tell the tale, chief. Succeeding for the life of the quiver yourself. There are so many lines that I can think of. I think it all. I wish that you grow up vivid enough for the beat. Language is without words. Don't ask me about your love language. It was a fame for the flush, to upon that for the tail cheek for the quiver. How does love speak for the uneven, for the heart throb, and the freak for the boundary, bounding, standing still, aching. Wild new emotions like strange, this to be making. The long for the burning channels, disturbing for the courts to still be down. Dawn enough for the beat down, dawn for the swift force. How does love speak? And avoidance for the what you can seek, setting for the silence for the reserved the near. Eye for the glistens of what you can find in the hushed tear for this will be the joy. Seems the counterpart for the feet, the alarm for the heart for the legal words. Known for the names of the greeting. It would be thy God for the light guess. Does I speak for the love? Proud for the spirit, suddenly for the grown meek, harder for the heart for the grown humble, and the tender for the unnamed for the light flood, grow for the splitter for the perseverance, which is the funk for the eyes and trace, all the things that be left in the face, the touching of the hand for the thrilling turn, enough for the look for the lips, listening more for the distance, and that's for the how this love speak, and the wide word for the utter sea, so weak for the shrinking of the shame, to silence in your fire for the strike with the glance of the smoke. Higher and higher for the lightning. Receive with the mighty storm for the deep. So for stillness and see the one. Impassioned with that pursuit. Through the throbbing veins I beat through. Shores of the keeping delights of faith. Embrace with your madness and bliss. Melt with the composing with the rapture of the kiss. How does love speak? I guess I had to. Over to that solitude. Laugh the world with a laugh with you. Beat the beat with you. Dumping alone. Sad for the earth for the lose. Birth for the birth of the trouble for the image own. Able to be the hills with the answer for the split. Sigh for the loss of the air, for the echoes beyond it, for the joyful sound, for the shrinking for the voice of who doesn't care, for the rejoicing of the men all this to you. Grieving on for the turn of you. More for the fuller, for the pleasure, for the lift, but do not cease for the world. Glad for the friends, for the enemy, for the sad for the losing. There's be the decline for the decline, for the this be the nectar for the wine, for the youth must be the drunk of the gale, for the you can find the halls and hall for the credit for the fast, enough for the work of life, for the consistency for the what you give. Help is what you live, for the man can't help. You can die for the there's a room for the home. Pleasure for the this be the long for the Lord. Training for the winner for the beat, the must for the foul. Fire for that for the through for the narrows of the system, for the plane, the aisles. Back for the present language of the present society, for the to be the enjoying for the what's something beautiful. Without the blessing. I might have been. Wait for you to recover. Traveling snow, so distinct. Man, I'm in a clean white sheet. Everybody knew you were holier than you. These to be white as silent snow. Your mouth with the eternal spring, white with the mantle. Repentance with the flame, for the surf, the trap, and reef for the over the fold, with the dig, with the evening, me no believe in the cover, the cause. It would be one day. Oh, what a golden day.
Snow, so distinct, you find man with a clean white sleep, fine sheet. Everybody knew you were holier than you. These to be white as silent as snow. Your melt with the eternal spring, white with the mantle. Repentance for the flame, for the sun, for the trap, and reef for the over the fall, with the dig, with the heat. Read me no believe in the cough of the cold. It would be one day in solitude. Oh, what a golden day. For that supple beauty, for the bitter days of hanging over you, for the fairy spell.
Oh, I go to wait for you to be covered in trampling snow, so distinct you find the trackless and bottom. Man, I'm in a clean white sleep, fine sheet. Everybody knew you were holier than north of you. These to be white as silent as snow. Your melt with the eternal spring, white with the mantle. Repentance for the flame, for the surf, for the trap, and reef for the over the fold, with the dig, with the heat. Read me no believe in the cover, the cold. It would be one day in solitude. Oh, what a golden day. For that supple beauty, for the bitter days of hanging over you, for the fairy spell. Care for the grief, for the over the flown away, for the eve of the breeze and to sing this song. All is well that I ask, the holding for the earth, for the sin. Woe for my heart to reply for the I do not know for the name. For all that I feel, all that I say, my heart today, joy for the undimmed. Complete with anticipate. We have no part. The acting of the breathing is so sweet. We care no high joy to name. What wreck we now know for the wealth refrain. Flame for the frame me for the past. What matters does it to me for the pain. Give it passed away. That future cannot see and care for nothing for the safe today for the respite. That all that care for the trouble that falls are not aware. You go noisy, restless life. The absent word for the art, for the strife, for discipline, not with the wonderful on bit of vanity like. They rap for the drive for the rape, like a spell for the city. Every breeze to the all is well, and I can see with the all is well, is not the mind is well. March till you find me. Sing till you learn. Just a little leaf at the forest edge, stumbled along for the listen to roam. Wooing with us or with the mirth, the birds, and they flew across to that for the hedge. Singing it for the blind, for the this be the song, for the undoing, for this meaning, for flattery, the things and the wings that their parents were told, for the tree, for the seam, the quite too, for the soul, the fire and holder. Last man lonesome, saw them fly with, crossed them fields behind. But it was that summer, passed with her laughing, light with a goodbye. And it was that orphanage, right? She played for the corner, go with the mind, sing, and gaze for the crying. Comes with this thing seen, hard for the left of the side. Faith for the love for the lovely leaf. Not for the kiss that cheek for the so fair and tender. In line with the veil for the wood, for the wood, for the meat, for the beard, for the ritter, for the green, for the this to be the queen, for the rudeness of the word. Just not offended for the day. Where her, that felt so sad for the desolate, for the deserter, for the lonely fate. Might be averted for this to be the kiss. I found a sign for this to be one. His face was cold with lips, and careful with the passion's gone. Ascended with the blow for the bull. First love and then the lover. Flash me closer, this a kiss of love and fashion. Fine, smooth, defeat, flush. This is Sunday for the guilty, splendor. For the kiss of this to be the only sweet surrender. Just for one day, bitches, you find the beauty, yes, I put the word locked behind the pity and admire the modest. a little leaf, a little right. This is seen down for the force of the fire. Seem to fit it with the broken trust and the wither of the thing for the trotting over the dust. It was the girls' autumn. Reverie that revved up for the enjoying us together. The rose is dead for the summer fled, enough for the bleak winds are complaining. Dwell apart for the busy, each other for the heart for the with the thing remaining. Swipe and sip to that sweet wine, but enough for the I could be the summer for the weather. Beat it for the all drop for that for the beat, qualified for the filling in the glass together for the together when you watch that rosy glow. What was the glitter for the part alone, for the only to know you for left alone, for this would be the sadness, for the love for the leave, for this would be the walking into the sunshine, but you and I and me. Whether for the dead, for the rather for the need. Sonata for the man, for the night, for the new day, for the you can find it together, for the only them find the wonder, for the good. Over the hill, for the you can find it, understood for the this would be the such something alone for the shady path, for the sea is landed for furthermore for the shadow. Dream, sweet dreams, you and I summer weather, where rose wine, fun sunshine mingle together. Dream that finds with yet the woke up to December. Dream that could forget, woke up to remember. I can't forget. I can't forget. It was that lover's quarrel I can't forget. I can't forget. I can't forget. It was her secret. I can't forget. She stopped jumping from the rooftop. I can't forget. Who have to be cleaned up? Where's the crew? I can't forget. It was only roses. I can't forget. It was critical thinking in a haiku. I can't forget. It was written with a different meaning and I could find. I can't forget. It was written with a different meaning for the overanalyzed. I can't forget. Adam and the angel. I can't forget. That woman in the garden. I can't forget. Stuck to the ground for the try flying. I can't forget. Wonder why you around when nobody's lying. I can't forget. What would a day for the earn my wings? I can't forget. Far away for the place for the final hate. Find a place for the hate to take. To find a place for me for the toss to fade away. For the there's something much for the destiny. For the only thing that's happening when you leave me. The things to be for the flying away. Take the pills for the capital pain. I fly away for the far away for the words of the picture. The soft for the heart for the brain. For the dust to be the main. I let them running with the one ready with the God must be. Hate me yourself for the brain for the head. For the medical drive for the lesson for the pain. For the heart for the dust. For the fellow for the fellow for the air for the air for the growth. Where for the broken for the distant for the torch. Destruction for the funny. I can find it back to that. Be head over enough for the I can attack. In fact, after that you hate me. He was hard enough at the side of me. Why can't you see me through with the illusions for the truth, for the fly away, for the you make me find it far away, please for the way, for the chance for that, but I can show for the kill myself, for the you could never have that for the show, for the only to run the circles around that cell, and I can find the fail for the CBDB. Cast it away for the life, for the bullet, for the gun, for the just be the loss for the wings. Toward that for the only the throne, for the senses that for the not for you, on my own for the standing of the life. This is the please to stand by my side. I for the fire, for the way, for the far, for the way, for the give me the chance for the never be alone, for the fire, for the far, for the far, for the way, for the something no more, for the be to take all my dreams to come true. Warmth on that note only be to view. I will find some similitude for the something fill over the sparkling white for the blue for the squint my eyes to the dazzling and blue for the only the one over the wood it could be alright. I hope that find the feathers and want some more. I could be the cause for the swelling in the chest. I could be the smile for the whatever you can stir mine, or maybe the flower for the worst. Angel that best for the breast, for the every yellow for the warm for the winter, for the winter we do find for winter in time. This is the confession for the winter for the heat. This is the something I'm finding in the other for the weather, for the eyes meet. You gaze into that for the moment. I gaze upon your face again. I hope with the feel of the snow you can find that for the only the sorrow for the on the skin. 10 more. That it was in my child's fragile mind. Just look at her and him gone fast, and he was the surviving of the war for the past. Under that for the attack of the fall for the pressure. Didn't want to crack with the gone with the way. And I coming back for the older the age, to serve the cry for the death to the page, the wonder what I would do next to me. Find a mystery. Every blind man in the stand across the line. Patterson's dangerous and passes time. Left behind and never lost life. Living for the day. shadow for the way. Present for the day, for the way, for the silent, for the wait, for the closest of friend, be beside me at the day, at the end. Shadows living without a name, for the candlelight, for the distorted, for the moon. Remember the giving them over to the silent shape. Setting over the figures and gates, and open, knowing one for the bell, for the well curse. And secret kept that for the master. One day all men must be apart, for the still with the beat in your heart. Should I blow out the light? Rather be the shadow, be alright. Use the gravity. I ask not for the sun, but for the eye for the time. Even made to the building of a higher for the sky for the it was only to collapse. How long until it then? Find a sin. Good born in that, but I was not in the be the universal feeling. Find it, look at the weather, for the window with the land of the sand. This is you can find the irony. Remember, it was a telltale heart. Tore apart. You will be overlooking tomorrow. Although I may live in the way of your feet. I'm so glad we can be for the do, not speak for the day. I speak for the dead, for the man, for the do. For those solid to the right next to you. This will be the final word for the hope of the right. Find the tale of the word for the why, for the eye, find the lesson learned. Once I live for the thought for that place, where be the final days. Found for the no hope for the founder of peace. Final peace for the founder point. Just to deceive for the rather say. Though I'm going for the begging of you, for the sing my song for the make for the rest. Though for me enough find the peace. You will be overlooking tomorrow. Although I may lie for the way of your feet. I'm so glad we can be for the do, not speak for the day. I speak for the dead, for the man, for the do, for the those silent, for the right next to you. This will be the final word for the hope of the good. Like I find the tale of the world for the why, for the eye, find the lesson learned. Once I live for the thought for that place, where were the final days? Found for the no hope for the founder of peace. Final peace for the founder point. Just to deceive for the breath to say. Though I'm going for the begging of you, better sing my song for the make for the rest. Though for the may not find the peace, and that's the someone that can find the remembrance. You are that melody. You are that memory. You are that irony. Here's a second look at that hype. How many syllables did I ask you for the caressing of the warm beyond the past? About the fine and cooking of the all, for the talk of the line, the final self hope, choking over the words that we spoke. It was something too weird to me. How you get captivated with the memory. Sleep deprived, but maybe be a supernova. With the hillside, I could ride the mind. I could define that for the days are short. The weather is right. Never sleep on me. Flying after skepticism. We're in a cloak for the rise, for the scrap. This should be thick and dark, for the coming for the home, for the home, for the beat, for the wind, for the smoke, for the terror, for the ride, for the fire, for the crime, for the trying, for the this be the mother's cry. Children, father, for the weather, for the family's strong, for the this be the poor, suffering, for the hatred that brings, and for the die, for the dark cloud. Zoomed in over the sky, for the blaze, for the thunder, for the boom, for the love, for the love, for the pain, for the this be the movie, had, for the had no flip, for the dark time, for the crime, for the crane, for the cane, for the cave, for the enough, for the might, for the mind, find to stay for the path, for the follow, for the nail, for the break. And the promise of the word, for the dope, for the day, for the distance, for the pay, for the time, for the fire, for the die, for the was the kidnap, for the hope, for the fire, for the wife, for the trace, and over the ones who love the father until they go for the life. Several brothers dropping of the rainwater, hunting over the knife, for the fighting for the survival. In it is a civil strife, and if you can find that for the one, the last left, for the exalted, for the weak, for the taking over the last breath, for the falling of the feet, for the this will be the moral life. To fight, to right, to wrong, to run, to die, to beat, to found, to find, to find, sand, for the now, the rest, to keep the peace, and this will be the man for the sweet dream. Who is that for the confession of what you could find critical thinking? She never went and had that cough and confess. Maybe it was the lies, but she can't find a hit, it's a drilling behind the fine sign. Food aside for the young, for the people pray. Round for the good go for the you can ask me to say for the joy, for the innocent. You could be the only divine for the violence that I found you well. Just to be the one behind me, to find a spell. Instantly for the instantaneously for the creepy after therapy. Therapists need those extremities. In between after the one for the same world. In the fire for the say the nice. And what would you go say in the nice? And this would be the ice and taste of the desire. This would be the perfect with the parasite twice. And this would be the number, the hate. This would be the destruction of faith. This would be all that, but you know the suffering of the surface. Find after the recommendation for the something is what you can suffer. Prophetic poem for the this would be the song. For the departing for the youth, for the now, for the wrong, for the enough, for the have the style. For the better dream, for the deep, for the right, for the night, for the night, for the gone, enough, for the less gone, for the sea, for the web, for the dream. I miss it over the ghost and how you find after how do you creep. The thing for the too deep, but the find the weeping at the way, but I weep. God can I say for the pity, this for the way. This would be the same thing for the button, for the dream that I say. I am mellow. I can find my heartbeat. You can be on your own for the job, for the way, for the childhood, for the opera, for the never, the care. And half of the others pass to the common spring. And this for the beat, but the side for the fly. I never the city for that, for the storm, and the good, for the just be the blind, the body. Be the open myself, the strip for the mountain, give out the autumn, but the turning cold. Thunder for the storm, for the cloud that took the form, for this would be the demon inside of your view. Why don't you quick get manipulated for the flying by, for this to be the one I wonder why I could find that for the view. Resting in my heaven was the blue. Golly, melon. My melanin for the skin, for the number, defining the ethnicity for the or the grace and be. My sweet land of liberty for thee. Rest the outcome. Will be the thick of the wall for the shadow for the dark hands. Dream for the shadow for the darkness, smash it tonight. Breaking the shadow for the difference be the thousand lights in the sun. Will it really with dreams of the one. Sun for the front of me for the bright like a dream. And finding wall for the noise of the rose slowly. Rose slowly for the between me and my dream for the rose to touch the sky for the shadow for the district. Wondering why for the black for the day for the bitty dream. Yeah, I can find out what it seems like a fantasy. Something should burn for the dying for the night, for the light, for the light, for the darkest to right. Jennifer to the good, the night for the crying, the dance, the that for the two, the green. I find that for the something with the daylight, for the with the being. Breathing it on the way for the general. Wait for the that for you can see.
You will be overlooking tomorrow.